Hi everyone, so today in the lesson we are going to be talking about word problems with supplement and complements. Complements, so complementary angles we learned about yesterday is when the angle sum is 90 degrees. Supplement is when the sum of the angles is 180 degrees. So when we're thinking about the word problems, the first step we want to do is annotate our problem and know every piece so we are able to create our equations. So first thing, when you see these words, so when you see angle, when you see complement of an angle, supplement of an angle, I want you to think of these things. So when you see the angle, that is always going to be x. So when you physically see the word angle, you are going to put an x. When you see complement of angle, you are going to put 90 minus x. And supplement of angle is 180 minus x. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at the first word problem. Again, remember, angle is x, complement is 90 minus x, supplement is 180 minus x. The measure of the complement of angle A is 15 degrees more than twice the measure of angle A. Find the measure of the supplement of angle A. So I'm going to look here at the key words. Complement of angle A. Up here, complement of an angle. So over here, I'm going to write 90 minus x because when I see that phrase, I think of 90 minus x. We know is means equal. Okay, so is means equal. So you put an equal sign. Then it is 15 more than. Okay, so more than, we're going to have a plus twice the measure of angle A. So here it just says measure of angle A, so here we're going to have 2 times x. Now, more than is what I call a turnaround phrase, okay? So this really comes into play when you have negatives, when it says less than, but turnaround phrase means that you are going to write the 2x before the 15, and you are going to add it. So I know this seems like a lot. Now we're going to go ahead and write our equation. So I'm going to read the top sentence left to right. So it says the complement of angle A, so 90 minus x is, remember we have the more than, so that means a turnaround phrase, so 2x is going to go first, then plus 15. Now we can solve. So when we go ahead and solve, we're going to get 90 equals 3x plus 15, and then when we subtract, we will get 75 equals 3x, and x equals 25. Now the question was asking us find the measure of the supplement of angle A. So if we remember, so this was our first step, our second step. The supplement of an angle is 180 minus x. So, which means we're going to do 180 minus 25, and we will get here 155. So, the measure of angle A does equal 25 degrees. But now the supplement of angle A equals, and I'm just actually going to put just supplement. The supplement is 155 degrees. Moving on to the next question. It says the measure of the one of two complementary angles is 4 times that of the measure of the other. Go ahead at this point if you would like to pause the video and read the question over again a few times. Okay, so the measure of one of the two complementary angles is 4 times that of the measure of the other. Okay, so we have here one of the angles, so we're talking about two angles here. One of them is 4 times the other, so that means one of them is going to just be x. The other will be 4x because it's 4 times the other. And it is talking about complementary angles. And complementary angles we know is equal to 90 degrees. So the measure of one of the two complementary angles is 4 times the amount of the measure of the other. Okay, so here then we will find the measure of each of the angles. We'll get 5x equals 90. we'll go ahead and get here x equals 18. So the measure of one of our angles, measure of the other angle, equals 18, and then we'll do 90 minus 18, and we will get 72. Now, I want to go back to here in the beginning where it's talking about one of two complementary angles. So we know we're going to have two angles, so angle 1 and angle 2. Angle 1 we'll have as x because it's the first one, let's just say, and then it says the next one is 4 times the amount. So 4 times the amount. All right, that's where I got the x and the 4x. And I know that they are complementary angles. So if they are complementary angles, the sum of their measures are going to be 90 degrees. That is why I was able to set up the equation in this way. So the measure of angle 1 equals 18, and the measure of angle 2 is 72 degrees because angle 2 is 4 times the amount. All right, moving on to the next question. It says the measure of one of the angles in a supplementary pair is 36 degrees more than 5 times the measure of the other. Go ahead and pause the video to read the question again. So the measure of, and I'm going to go ahead and do some notation here, the measure of one of the angles in a supplementary pair is 36 more than 5 times the measure. So we have here in a supplementary pair, so that means the sum is 180 degrees. So it's equal to 180. So equals 180. We know that we have the turnaround. So that means whatever comes after will go first before the 36. So we have here, I'm going to put an angle 1 equals and an angle 2 equals. We know that we have one of the angles. We have to have two separate angles, so one of them is going to be x. All right? The other one is 5 times more than the measure of 36. So 5x plus 36. So then here I'm going to go ahead. I know if I have angle 1 plus 5x plus 36, that will equal 180. I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms, so I have 6x equals 144, so I subtract 36 over, I add x and 5x, x then will equal 24. Now, we have here the measure, and it says find the measure of each angle. So measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 2. So a measure of angle 1 is 24 degrees, and the measure of angle 2 is going to be 180 minus 24, which here we will get 156. So then we'll have 156 degrees. Alrighty, and our last example. The measure of the supplement of an angle is 40 degrees more than 2 times the measure of the complement of an angle. So notice we have two pieces here. We have the word supplement of an angle and complement of an angle. So going back to the beginning, when you see the word complement of an angle, you have to put 90 minus x. When you see supplement of an angle, you have to put 180 minus x. So taking a look here, when I see the words supplement of an angle, I have 180 minus x. Is 40 more than 2 times the measure? So 2 times the measure, but it's a more than, so it's a turnaround, so it's 2x plus 40, somewhere in there. So 40 more than 2 times the measure of the complement of the angle. Oh, 2 times the measure of the complement. So it's not just an x because it's not just an angle. So oops, lost my, couldn't say that. So we have here 2, not just x, but it's 90 minus x because it's a complement plus 40. All right, so then here, taking a look, find the measure of the angle. So now I'm going to go ahead and set it up. So I have 180 minus x equals 2 times the complement of an angle, which is 90 minus x, plus 40. From here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to distribute. So we have 180 minus x equals 180 minus 2x plus 40. These 180s will subtract out. I will add the 2x over, so x will equal 40, right? So we're not sure, I'm adding 2x, those subtract, and you get 1. So then here, x equals 40. The question was asking, find the measure of the angle. So the measure of angle, and we'll just put measure of the angle equals 40 degrees. Alrighty, and that is it with these notes. Like I said, these word problems, they're not as straightforward as we would like them to be. But the big thing is if you remember and you practice and you stress to know angle is x, complement of an angle is 90 minus x, supplement of an angle is 180 minus x, it will help you significantly. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Thank you.